Hey guys, welcome back to the Justfly channel. My name is Jay and I'm the host of this channel. Today we have a lot to talk about, so let's not waste any time. But before we do that, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and also put that notification bell on, and also get me to 1,000 subscribers before Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 comes out. Let's just go in with the rest of this video. Only a week after its release, FlightSim Studio has updated their Boeing 727-200 freighter for Microsoft Flight Simulator to version 1.0.1. This update includes improvements and addresses a list of bugs including AP start, switch logic, hydraulical logic, incorrect quick views, takeoff and landing calculations, reverser and spoiler animations, external and internal lighting, exterior sounds, decal typos, and much more. The full changelog can be found in the description. In addition, starting from next week, the add-on should be available in other stores like Cultural, SimMarket, FlightSim.to, and etc. However, FSS has said that they have no control over the exact release timing in these stores. And also, if you are going to be flying with FlightSim, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, because on August the 24th, there is a special event that FlightSim Studio is planning to release, and more details will be found out very soon. Now, back to the update. Existing FlightSim Studio Boeing 727 freighter owners can download the update directly from the Airsoft One or from Cultural's app. If you haven't purchased the classic freighter, you can get it from Cultural's or from Airsoft for £29.26 in the link in the description. Anticipation is building for the iFly 737 MAX 8 for Microsoft Flight Simulator as Flight 1 software releases a preview video demonstrating the cabin lighting in the aircraft. The 2-minute video demonstrates the usage of the flight attendants panel, also known as the FAP, and how it is able to control a variety of lighting settings in the passenger cabin and crew gallery. The FAP is a tool used on the real aircraft by cabin crew to change the lighting settings and to check various systems such as waste and water levels. In the teaser, you could see a range of mood lighting changing throughout the cabin, with the user able to select from the FAP the desired lighting setting as they would do in the real life thing. The MAX aircraft and even the newer NG versions of the 737 are fitted with the newer cabins that commonly feature atmosphere ambience lighting, allowing airliners, or as in this case sim pilots, to choose from various different lighting settings. We could see from the video how changes in the settings can be made gradually, fading into one or another from a different atmosphere, and also it's a lot more pleasing. These lights are pulled with RGB from the way it looks, and it seems that you could pick from a variety of different colors. The latest video adds to the anticipation of the aircraft's release, with further previews having been released on their Facebook page a short while after. Following a bunch of sneak peeks earlier this week, Parallel 42 has confirmed that they are working on the Super Patreon Mark II for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Confirmed earlier in a blog post, Parallel 42 said that they are returning to the aircraft development to bring the iconic Super Patreon Mark II to Microsoft Flight Simulator on both PC and Xbox in the near future. Parallel 42 are spending plenty of time with the plane in very hands-on fashion in order to get the most authentic looking, sounding and flying render of the plane as possible. They have spent a whole week in Bentonville with the mission of the trip capturing important aircraft data, the complete sound set and 3D scans. Now this will be first of many trips that they will have, with future ones capturing flight models and also scouting scenery. Parallel 42 supplied all of us with a bunch of behind the scene images of what they are cooking. On their blog, Parallel 42 is working very close with Patreon Aircraft to develop the plane. On their blog post, Parallel 42 said, "Whilst we are in love with the aircraft, we're also in love with the team behind it. It was an instant family vibe watching Don and Ron share all handcrafted details and engineering with Kevin. When I listened to Trevor and Zach convene, the feeling you get in this aircraft meant everything to me." Edison then continued to say, "In partnership with Patreon Aircraft USA, we're going to build an experience like with everything we do. We'll push the boundaries of what we can be, and you will feel what the team put their heart and soul into and where their pride comes from. Now, if you don't know too much about the Super Patriot Mark II, here's a little sort of light detail about it. It is an advanced ultralight aircraft designed for high performance, and it could cruise up to a speed of 135 miles per hour. It is also equipped with a 197 horsepower consistent prop engine, providing impressive performance. Now, if you would like to know even more about this aircraft, I'll leave a link in the description from the former Thunderbirds pilot Trevor in the description. Now, to set some expectations and just a sort of like insight, the Super Patriot Mark II is still in very early days of development. Therefore, we're not anticipating any sort of release date at this present moment. Of course, we know it'll be anywhere from at least the next month or couple of months, depending how long they're going to take to do this aircraft and depending how much detail. But it seems like this is going to take a little while for Parallel 42 to kind of like get things right with. Now, Lunar Simulations is not a newcomer to when it comes to Microsoft Flight Simulator, especially with their freeware Boeing 767 project that they started almost 3 years ago. Now, we're not going to go all the way back, but we're going to go back just a year ago to January 2023, which back then already showed some rather complete and functional looking cockpits, which, not going to lie, I was really excited for it. But the original plan, however, was to release the Boeing 767-300ER variant, which is the passenger one, but it seems like things have now changed. According to their Discord channel, it seems like they will be releasing 3 different variants of this aircraft, and we'll take you over them right now. We'll still have the passenger variant, which is the 767-300ER. We'll also have a freighter version, which is the 767-300F, and then last but not least, we'll have the one that will be the first to be released, which is the military KC-46 Pegasus air-to-air refueling variant. That is a lot of words, but that's the first one that's going to be released. Now, the reason for the initial release variant to be the KC-46 isn't elaborated on in the post, except that they did say that this would be an easier way forward for the project. Now, coming back to the KC-46, I'm going to give some more detail about this aircraft from Lunar Simulations. They have decided to partner up with Delta Simulations, who you may know for their Boeing C-17A Globemaster 3. Now, from the picture, we could actually observe that the C-17 is being air-to-air refueled by the KC-46 in some of the screenshots. Now, the KC-46 will have aerial refueling capabilities and will be a so-called Frankenstein cockpit with bits of the 767, 777, and 787 incorporated into it, much like the real Pegasus. In order to provide air-to-air refueling capabilities, the aircraft will feature a functional ARO, also known as an aerial refueling operator station with a camera, which will allow you to operate the refueling boom. Besides the KC-46, Lunar Simulations is also working, as I said, on the Boeing 767-300F, which is the freighter variant, which they did say is next in the lineup. However, one thing that was a bit strange is that they didn't talk anything about the 300ER version, which is the passenger one. Now, one of the reasons why they might have not talked about it or they didn't mention about it is because Bluebird Simulations is working on their own Boeing 767-300ER variant for Microsoft Flight Simulator at the same time, which I spoke about in probably, I believe it was FlightSim Expo's video. Now, according to Lunar Simulations website, even if we don't see the 300ER variant, we will see all of them, and they will feature realistic flight dynamics, high quality internal and external models and textures, realistic and functional cockpits, and also custom sound and effects. Release dates are not yet to be released, as well as which platforms the add-on will be on for you to download. So far, these don't look like they're going to be payware. They might just be freeware, but we will not have no more information about that just yet until probably their next development update, which probably might be within the next month or two, depending on how long these people take, because it seems like they're taking forever. But let's hope not, because I'm sure all of you guys want the 767 to put inside your hangar. DWK on the track. Developer AzurPoly has taken to their Facebook page to share a few screenshots of their up-and-coming SEPCAT Jaguar A for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The Sepcat Jaguar A is a ground-attacked aircraft developed jointly by France and the United Kingdom in the 1960s and 1970s. Designed for both close air support and nuclear strike roles, it was primarily used by the French Air Force and the Royal Air Force, also known as the RAF. AzurPoly mentioned in their development update that the 3D model of the Jaguar A, both interior and exterior, is 99% done, and that the team have gone above and beyond to capture the classic fighter jet. They also mentioned that the animated pilot has been modeled especially for the Jaguar with French Air Force flight suits and equipment. The refueling probe has been finalized and are already playing with the touching cloud, airshow assistance, and its aircraft refueling features. Now at this present moment, no release date has been confirmed by the developer, but stay tuned on my channel for more information about when this is going to be released. IndiaFoxtEcho has taken to Facebook with a development update on their up-and-coming Euroflyer Typhoon. The project, which is several months behind its schedule, has recently made some significant step forwards, although a lot of work remains to be done though. The developer states that they have made a decision to redo the external model entirely from scratch. This has now been mostly completed and to a satisfying standard. According to the developer, some work remains to be done though on things such as the landing gear, control surface, and weapon pulleys, among a few other things. The modeling of the cockpit is finished though, with a 3D model provided by TrueGrit, who originally designed the cockpit for DCS. It will be retextured for Microsoft Flight Simulator though to provide better visual fidelity. As well as the cockpit, the systems and avionics, which IndiaFoxtEcho is planning on converting these from the prepared 3D variant of the aircraft, making improvements where it is necessary. The flight model is in place and will undergo some development in the next several weeks. Now, the developer does not have any time frame in mind for when this aircraft is going to be released, although work is gradually processing. IndiaFoxtEcho is currently working on a number of military aircrafts for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and the next one already is going to be the one that we're talking about. But the developer has recently shared some more work on the F-16 Falcon together with heat blur simulations. Newcomers to Microsoft Flight Simulator developer Astralis Studios has released their render of the Ocean Reef Club Airport for the sim. Ocean Reef Club Airport is a private airport with a single 4,000 feet runway owned by Ocean Reef Club and is located on the island of Key Largo, Monroe County, Florida, United States. The airport is a gateway to and from the exclusive Ocean Reef Club for members and has no scheduled flights. However, in the late 70s, the club had daily members only passenger flights to and from Miami International Airport, operated by a DHC-6 twin otter for Ocean Reef Airways. Astralis Studios' render of the Ocean Reef Club Airport features high detailed texturing, an up-to-date airport layout, custom buildings, and handcrafted airport surrounding areas, private hangars, custom houses around the airport, club facilities, custom vegetation, and much more. Now, you could buy this airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator from Sim Market, and also a lot of other stores. I can't name them, but I can also name their own store for £11.30 in the link in the description. After revealing the project only just a few days ago, the developer XWind Studios has announced the release of Green Bay Austin Struble International Airport, also known as Kilo Golf Romeo Bravo for Microsoft Flight Simulator. XWind Studios states this recreation of Green Bay Airport features a basic airside terminal interior, realistic custom buildings throughout the whole entire airport, paired with the latest layout of the airport in general. The developer has also modeled the airport's 2 FBOs, parking areas, and surrounding buildings, including the hotel located near the terminal. Now, if you don't know about this airport, I'll quickly give you a rundown. It is located in the upper Midwestern US state of Wisconsin. Kilo Golf Romeo Bravo is the main gateway to northeastern Wisconsin, serving over 250,000 passengers annually, ranking as the 4th busiest airport in the state. Now, this airport has 2 runways used for commercial air travel and general aviation. There are also 2 concourses with 6 gates each. Last year, 46,964 aircraft operators and an average of 129 per day. Airline services to and from this airport is provided by the regional airline of American Airlines, Delta Airlines, and United Airlines. Delta Airlines also operates mainland service to Atlanta. Sun Country Airlines operates a seasonal service Fort Myers, Florida. The developer also teased via their Facebook page that they have planned to announce their next US airport later on this week, so stay tuned on my channel and I'll tell you when that comes out. XWind Studios Green Bay International Airport is available from the AnyBuild store for £8.49, excluding taxes and VAT. A new version of TerraBuilder's Kilimanjaro aerial scenery is now available to download. The new version renders Africa's tallest mountains and its nearby sister mountain, Mwangi Peak, and its surroundings. As mentioned, the new version includes Mwangi Peak, meaning that an additional 90 square kilometers of area has been added to this product, bringing the total coverage to over 260 square kilometers. 3D rock structures are now also precisely positioned and also aligned. This is an addition to what has already been existed before. This also includes color and shadow corrected high resolution aerial coverage for the area, 3D structures and vegetation, and detailed mesh that integrates with the default scenery. You can get your very own copy from the instant marketplace for $19.99 or Great British Pounds, because I assume it will be the exact same everywhere else. DJ Choice on the beat. The Egyptian holiday resort of Marsa Alan is now available in Microsoft Flight Simulator, with FSDG bringing this scenery to the sim. Having previously released this scenery in numerous amount of other games like FSX and Repair 3D, FSDG has finally released this international airport in the latest generation of simulators. With a 3,000 meter long runway in the south of Egypt, the airport welcomes numerous international airlines in the gorgeous summer months, packed full of tourists coming to see the beauty of the Red Sea resorts. Pilots have only the choice of using RMP or the VOR approaches to either side of the runway, and with the scorching hot temperatures, the thermals can make it a challenging approach to come into, especially if you're coming to the end of a 3 to 4 hours long journey. The Microsoft Flight Simulator version of the scenery includes fully accurate renders of the airport with up-to-date ground layout and surrounding areas. It also features realistic light environment, detailed modeling, and even includes hotels and buildings nearby. To utilize the benefit of Microsoft Flight Simulator, the scenery includes dynamic lighting and reflective textures, and is also compatible with GSX. Now you could pick one of these beautiful airports up from the Aerosoft store for $14.99, and I'll leave that in the link in the description. Developer Klein 4D Designs has announced their latest scenery project with a trailer over on YouTube. The trailer, named Bhutan for Microsoft Flight Simulator, leaves little doubt as of the location of the scenery. However, that doesn't make it any less interesting to watch. The trailer showcases some of the custom objects such as houses and monasteries we could come to expect from this scenery. We also get to see an improved custom 3D rock face, again with a monastery on it. A river with a custom bridge is shown, together with rocks and other details that make up the landscape. The trailer ends by giving us a glimpse at the valley that Porto International Airport is situated in, although it doesn't show very well in the trailer. It seems like Cal 4D Studios scenery will not include a custom airport. The standard version of Microsoft Flight Simulator includes a custom bespoke render of this exact airport. Now, at this present moment, there is no release date given, but the trailer states the scenery will be coming soon. So I'll make sure and keep you posted when this will be released. Developer Drzewiecki Designs has shared some brand new previews for its up-and-coming Warsaw Chopin airport. In the new previews showcased on Instagram, the team highlights the interior modeling and the ground clutter. It's a mix of renders and in-sim screenshots, but gives you an idea of what to expect once the airport comes out. On Instagram, they also said that the airport is turning base, indicating that it's on the final approach for the airport. So it isn't that far away from it being released, but I'll keep you updated as always.
DJ Choice on the beat.
Aspen Airport is situated within Pitkin country, just 3 nautical miles from the heart of Aspen, Colorado. The airport started life as a public gravel strip in 1946 and was primarily used by the Aspen institution. Today, the original gravel runway is paved and sits at over 8,000 feet long, allowing the airport to be the busiest ski resort airport in North America during the winter months. Major carriers such as Delta Connections, American Eagle, and United Express operate flights to destinations such as Denver, Dallas, LA, and Chicago. Although a busy seasonal airport, there are restrictions with operations due to the size of the airfield and local legislations that prohibits movements of aircrafts with wingspans larger than 29 meters. Therefore, typical aircraft found operating out of Aspen are the CRJ 700 and Embraer E-Jets family. Most aircrafts are required to operate south to north, and due to the wind direction and strength, which may lead to occasional delays and weight restrictions, offering an interesting challenge for virtual and real-world pilots. Fly Too High has recreated this bustling hub, which stands at nearly 8,000 feet ASL, to include highly detailed models of the airport's building and surrounding areas with hand-placed objects, bespoke ground textures of the runway, aprons, paths, and roads, as well as accurate place dynamic airport lighting. Now, if you would like to get your hands on the Fly Too High Aspen Pitkin Country Airport, you can find it over at the AnyBuild store for £7.19, or around about €8.38, or in US dollars $9.14, and that is VAT and taxes. Also, that will be linked in the description. Earlier this month, Pilot Experience Sim provided an update on their BS Smith version 2 coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator. The team said that a lot of work has been completed on it, and it was time to show off more previews of the scenery. According to Pilot Experience Sim, the exterior and the terminal texturing has been completely redone, with a large number of custom objects made to increase the level of realism. Furthermore, there are custom spotlights, advanced terraforming, and new animated objects such as advertising screens throughout. Also, expect 3D people, ground service equipment, and a full parallax window for the buildings in the area. You can see the full previews. I'll leave them somewhere in the link in the description, but it is also very unclear when this update will be out, but I'll let you know when it does come out. The developer SkyDesigners has worked on an updated version 2 of the French Airbase 102 Capitaine scenery. The scenery is published by Militech Simulations, who focus on military content for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and is now available for purchase. The airport's code Lima Foxtrot Sierra Delta has a rich military history and is located closely next to the city of Dijon in France. Currently in use as a civil airport, throughout its long extensive, it was primarily used as an airbase for the French Air Force as far back as the First World War. It is therefore no surprise the airfield is named after Georges Guinet, a French World War I fighter ace with 54 victories. This scenery, however, is reflecting the state of the airport, and it was during the 2010 era when it was the home base of the Half-Zagoni Squadron. The base also stationized multiple generations of Dassault aircrafts, including several mileage 2000 family aircrafts. There are a total of 2 runways, one of them quite short and narrow at 1,200 meters long and 23 meters wide. The other runway is 2,400 meters long and almost double as wide at 45 meters for the larger aircrafts. The scenery covers the airbase itself, various military installments, the Dijon SAG, also known as the Aerial Police, Helibase, and the civil side, formerly known as the Dijon Bouja. According to the developer, photorealistic textures have been used for the model and ground surface. A number of static aircrafts are also included, such as the Mirage 2005F and the AlphaJet E, to enhance immersion and realism. The scenery is available for purchase through the Orbex store and the Militech Simulation store as well, in both cases for around about $16 US, and that is excluding taxes and VAT. Now finally moving away from the airports and going to some utilities that might be very handy, Parallel 42 continues to try and create various amount of products to cater to a wider audience, which is the case with the marketplace stars. This new utility for Microsoft Flight Simulator enhances the visual representation of ratings in the InSim marketplace to make things a little bit more easier to interpret. The tool will change the visuals of the stars by adding color to the stars, allowing you to easily view ratings. Different colors represent different ratings, and the opacity will change if a star rating has a decimal point in it. It works across the whole of the marketplace once installed. It also is available as a free download from Parallel 42 store, but I would like to say I did check their store and it seems like it's free for this moment, but it seems like they might put a price on it of $3. But if I was you, just get it now just in case that does happen. Who doesn't mind a free product anyway? Anyway, we're also hoping that this comes inside the InSim marketplace for PC and Xbox as a free download as well, just like how they done with Thick Scroll as well. Parallel 42 isn't just developing tools though, they are also developing the aircraft that I said a little while back. So yeah, Parallel 42, you're really doing quite a lot of work, aren't you? Now, around about last month, I did share some information about the FS Trains. North America was on its way to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Well, this new add-on would add animated rail traffic to United States, Canada, and Mexico, and is now available inside the InSim marketplace. Using the latest data, FS Trains North America will feature over 100,000 miles of track across the United States. Trees and other objections will be cleared from the tracks, allowing a variety of locomotives and cars to navigate the tracks. Expect Amtrak trains and every route served by Amtrak Class 1 freight on all mainline tracks, and a number of different cars, boxcars, hoopers, and tank cars on other trains around the network. You can pick this up on the InSim marketplace, as I said, for $14.99 in the US. I assume that includes taxes and VAT, and that is for both PC and Xbox. Now, our last but not least thing is Verbal has announced over on their Facebook page that their next new product is an all new panel mount, which will be compatible with some of the existing products that they have. The angle pad panel mount, as it was called, was announced on Tuesday and will act as a combined mounting solution for the company's new CDT VMAX throttle and accompanying control panel. With both units attached to the angled panel mount, the buttons and switches of the control panel sits an inch or two back from the throttle at about 45 degrees angle. They also further announced just a day after the release of the product, following the customer's feedback, that they were making last minute changes to the angle paddle mount to make it more compatible with some other products like the Mongoose T-50cm series throttles, another one of their FlightSim hardware units as well. Users can also opt to put two control panels together for additional configuration possibilities as they desire. In the wake of this, the product was renamed to the Universal Angled Panel Mount, and the news was met with a series of glowing comments from customers. If you'd like to pick up this, I'll leave it in the description, and it will cost £24.95. And that is it for today's Microsoft Flight Simulator video. Unfortunately, there was something I did miss, which was the Aerosoft A330. What I think what I'll do is I'll probably do that either in another video separate, or I'll probably put it in next week's Microsoft Flight Simulator news. Today has been quite hectic as I've had a lot to do, so I'm sorry that I couldn't put that inside this one, but it's okay. But we do have some more videos coming out. They probably might be not coming out this week. I was trying to, but things have just went a little bit weird on my corner, so I don't know if it's going to come out, but I would like you to stay tuned for the Phoenix A321 and A319 updates, and also I'd like you to stick around for the Microsoft Flight Simulator developer stream after the update has hopefully been released. So long as I've done it by then, the video will be out. Before then, or just after the update has been released and everyone is downloading it, you guys could watch it whilst you're installing. But I'm not going to give no guarantees, and if I don't get it done before the update comes out, it will be live by Thursday evening. Anyway, that is it from your boy Jay, and I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys for getting me to 449 subscribers. Well, I'm going to round that up to 450 because I know we could add an extra 1 subscriber on it. Thank you guys for subscribing, and thank you guys for watching this video, and I'm hoping that we reach to our goal. And also, you know what, let's just cut this video here because this is already a long video. Anyway, this has been your boy Jay, and I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed it, and as always, happy flying.
Hammer